Okay, so we've got the 19X out here. Me and Chuke are out here, and he's kind enough to let me go ahead and check this out. You guys probably know that I don't really have Glocks on my channel. I don't really talk about them. The closest thing I have is like a SAR 9. I'm not against Glocks. I know they have their place, but I'm so interested in finding other pistols that are, have merit and stuff like that, that I just fell out of the Glock game. I'm not really into it as a carry pistol. There's other options out there, and I've got my own opinions on it, but realistically, there's other options, and it does have its issues. But with that said, this is the 19X, obviously, so you're basically getting a Glock 17 height and capacity with a Glock 19 slide on it, because really today, one of the biggest reasons is today you don't really need them to be that long, and most ammo is optimized for 4 inches, and that's really where you might reach the max capacity out of a pistol. So, with all that said, this is a 19X, and this is going to be my first time shooting it, so yeah, we'll go ahead and see. It's pretty popular, and it looks like there is a trigger modification. What trigger modification?
Agency arms trigger, I believe.
A C arms?
Agency?
Agency. Okay. Alright. So I guess go ahead and go up and shoot. So, yeah, you got a nice little extended lever, and Glock definitely is not going to be putting out the manual safety version. I already asked a Glock rep, and he was like, no. No, that would never sell with, because they're basically relying on Glock, they're Glock fans, in order to buy up these pistols. So they're like, none of our fans would ever go for it, so it would never sell, because it's only Glock fans that are buying Glocks, apparently. But I don't think that's true, but, it's just marketing BS. There's that one, and we'll go with the 19. So with the shorter barrel length, it seems you get a little more muzzle report than the Glock 17, and I'm noticing a tad bit more recoil. But as you know, the Glock 19, one of the big advantages of that is the sights are basically right on. With the 17, it seems like they're a little bit higher. So it's like all the sights are basically for all the guns. So when you stretch out that sight radius, this front sight's going to seem smaller. What do you have to do? You have to adjust. So you're naturally pointing a little higher, and it's a little more sensitive. So with the 19, pretty much right on the optimum size for the sights to hit right on. So, it is what it is, or maybe it's just at 25 meters, it's the perfect distance for, point of aim, point of impact. Okay, so it's not really going to go right back on target necessarily. You're going to be a little bit higher if you're really sensitive to that, but your input in order to have fast follow-up shots is going to be very minimal, so you can death grip it and just give a little bit of a correction, so it's really not that sensitive. But I can understand where a lot of people would want this pistol. There's a lot of pistols that are following into it, like even a cheap gun, like the double action or single action SAR CM9. It has a 3.8 inch barrel, and it has full size CZ magazines, and so it's relatively inexpensive doing the same thing for the most part, but gives you options on double action or single action. So anyways, it's still a good gun. If you prefer the Glocks, or you just like Glocks and what they're capable of, this isn't a bad purchase. But if you're wanting less recoil, obviously a Glock 17 will probably be the better. It'll just naturally go right back on target. So anyways, yeah, that's my little field review or range review of the Glock 19X.